live. Hey, Woo, how are you doing, man? You're the first guy for the night. Can you hear me? Sound okay? I'm good. Trying to, appease the YouTube gods. Trying to get these hours in. Joel, what's going on, man? How are you? I'm close. I'm within a couple hundred now. So the only way to get them hours is to keep doing the lives and pushing the hours. So, oh yeah, how'd your Saturday go? Joe, how'd your Saturday go? What's big for the rest of the weekend? Some cereal. No oatmeal. So, gotta get these hours, Joe. I'm real close to being fully monetized on this channel. So, we'll get them in and take some of their money. I have another one, another carry handle set up. I think you saw it. It's in the safe. I got the Deadfoot arms on it. Fast 3 hours outside with Lucy. That's all right. How's she settling in with you? The one that's up here, Woo, is it's a Bushmaster. It's an early Bushmaster, like I don't know, 2002, 2003. Scoot, how are you doing, man?
Yeah, not a sponsor.
Almost hungry again, dude. You can only rob the same place twice in a day. Do me a favor. Send me his channel name. I'm gonna try to pin that. We'll see if I can't pin your channel name. Not a sponsor. Jason, how are you doing? I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a couple of ARs up there. Yeah, she probably feels more at home at your place though than she did out there. She was at your place more, I think. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have my kid text it to me so I'm gonna try to pin it. I didn't have my phone last night, so we'll see if I can do it on here. Well, that's fine. Considering lame comments get you attention when you have no personality. I mean, it's kind of working for both of us, right? Slade, I appreciate it.
Yeah, when we actually send you the name.
Yeah, put the at not a sponsor, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, I'll have your phone vibrate.
It won't vibrate.
No?
No, do it in the comments so I can pin the comment.
Oh, my bad.
So, but yeah, how'd the Chinese food go? Did you get me any dumplings? There it is. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. Bam. So we pinned your channel. That way I can tell people just to go up there. What do I use these for hunting? No, I don't hunt. I like spicy jumbo. Are you using Anguzi sausage? No dumplings, actually, the best. That probably was a cat.
Probably. Some local cat must have gone missing.
Kenny, how many bullets does it take? I mean, are you asking how many rounds they can hold? Because they can hold anything from 1 round up to, I think the largest I've seen is 100-round drums. So, you know, usually like you can single feed them. You can do 5-round makes, 10-round makes, 15s, 20, 25s, 30s, 32s, 35, 40s. And then they usually jump up to a 60. And then you go to the 100-round drums. Actually, I think there's a 90-round drum and a 100-round drum. It's funny because, you know, around Asian restaurants, not a sponsor, I've never seen any stray cats. Usually don't see any rodents, no mice, no nothing. Well, that's all right. I mean, them dirty girls are the best. No dem blicky switchies. It's a Colin. I keep seeing you all the time in comments, man. I hope by now you're subscribed. So I gotta know, not a sponsor. Is that guy who pops up? Is that one of your channels? Is that's like too weird, man? No, I don't have an MP7. It's kind of a hard thing to get. There really isn't any civilian ones out there. There's things that look like it or clones. That would be kind of. What? Oh man, that's yeah. Huh. I do. I have several of them.
I think he meant to say it'd be gay, not to zero post.
What?
On your channel, your community post. Well, it would be gay not to just look at your community post.
What would be gay?
To be subscribed to you.
Oh, it would be gay not to be subscribed. You guys should subscribe if you haven't. Double tap that like screen, and then we're trying to get Not a Sponsor 2 up to his 200 subscribers. His channel name is pinned in the top of the comments.
Actually, it's the bottom is where it shows.
Where's the bottom? Okay, well, it's at the bottom of the comments. Colt A2. No, it's actually a Bushmaster A2. Dude, autocorrect kills me, man. I swear to God, I write something, I look at it, I send it, and then I look at what was written, and oh my God, dude, I'm embarrassed that I force people to read that crap. I don't want to turn it off because sometimes I don't know how. Orange Smoke, how are you doing? Well, we'll try to keep it a little more family friendly. Yep, Mandy, there, you got me, man. They're all fake. 100%. Yeah. Frogman it is. So you guys that are coming in, double tap that screen for me. Throw some likes up on this. Help spread my propaganda. Yeah, man. I mean, Frogman it is. Absolutely. It's a surefire word, and it's got the pro comp on it underneath. Nope, I don't own any real guns. Nothing to see here. But if you do, I mean, potentially, if you think these are fake, just click in the channel. I'll bet you be like, oh man, I made a fool of myself. But you might not. What do you have that on?
On a channel.
Yeah, all airsoft. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it clean because Orange Smoke's at the dinner table with his family, but Yeah, the original assault weapons. You ever played with them? I keep looking at them, and I think it looks like fun, but then in the back of my head, we're gonna end up with salt all over. How much are what? Them assault guns? I don't know. I think they're $20 or something. Player 196. Is that a safe? No, it's a table. Hyper realistic conversions for some of the weapons that they look so real. Oh yeah, super cool. Yeah, assault with a deadly weapon. What's the topic? I guess we could talk about furries. Well, again, if you want to know what I use them for, scroll in the channel. Gotta scroll back a little bit. It's been winter, so we haven't done a lot of shooting. No, I use everything I own. Okay, Swedish. I didn't know they let civilians keep their M14s after active service. All right, man. I'll see you in a minute. What's a victory royal?
Royale from Clash Royale, I think.
I don't even know.
No, I can't.
Furries, wow. Here you go. Welcome. I was surprised. We did a live last night on how many people had interest and opinions about furries. Big Boy Diesel, I do not own a SAR pistol. I own a bunch of CZs.
Okay, no, it's from Fortnite. That's what the Victory Royale was.
Well, Curtis Johnson, I don't want to kick you out. I mean, that's really, think about what you just said. That's stupid, man. Really stupid. Hey, Cobble, I tried calling you, man. Why you no answer? You ignore me all the time.
You have work.
You hard work. You too much hard work. You got time? You want me to restart this and you jump on here? I send you the link. I have to end the live, but I come back. Can you call me Dave Miller? Either you got to go in the video, Big Boy Diesel, or check the other lives. But I got videos with it. There you go. We'll light them up. Tell Mrs. Orange Smoke I said hi if she didn't hear me. Hope she's doing well. What'd you get for dinner? Don't tell me Chinese food. Not a sponsor. Robbed that place earlier. I watched his lives yesterday and today. I'm telling you, I've been an accessory to a crime both times.
I mean, yeah. You got a point.
Yeah, I mean, usually I have the 50 up here, but maybe it depends on what you're going to use it for. If it's just a range gun or maybe a competition gun, it probably isn't worth getting the front sight. But if that's something you intend or would suspect you may ever really need to defend yourself, I would say get a front sight. I mean, they're bulletproof, right? There's a reason they put them on. A lot of my ARs I don't have, sights on. It's all optics, but I think I really enjoy shooting my Bushmaster, and that dissipator. Sometimes it's weird. You get so used to shooting something, then you go backwards. You simplistic it or simple it down, and kind of wonder why you went away from that to start with. Well, guys, double tap that screen. Subscribe to Not a Sponsor to You. Subscribe to Orange Smoke. Both them guys are in the comments here. You guys can help me get them guys some subscribers. They work hard and they've earned it. But not official TBC. They're all real men. I don't need a license for them. And yes, everything I have is completely legal. I'm free white over 21 and I voted for Trump. I don't know why you're saying down with Bushmaster. Bushmaster's actually a better rifle than a Colt. I don't know so much about current production ones, but Bushmaster was actually a lot better than Colt was. I have no idea, man. Ask him. Practical Civilian, how are you? Man, I keep trying to catch your lives, and they're always done. I end up leaving comments on them, and your lives are over. But just know, Practical Civilian, I do try. Mike, how are you doing? How's your night going? Thanks for stopping in, hanging out. Just, hitting that grind, trying to get these hours in. Hey, give me my brass. Let me finish priming that. I was sitting here all afternoon priming brass. My fucking finger hurts. And I made the kid do it for a little while. And now we're down to just 300 pieces left. Move that. But you're live, Practical Civilian. Blah, blah, stutterbutt here. Practical Civilian, you're doing a live too? I actually bought that Daniel Defense. I only bought it because I wanted the optic that's on it. And they wouldn't sell me, it was used. They wouldn't sell me the gun or just the optic without the gun. I paid for the whole gun, what the optic was worth. Somebody bought it as a COVID buy. Are you willing to consider me to be blue? I don't know what you mean, blue. Oh, no, man, I wouldn't consider, no, not at all. I don't think you're that way at all, man. Yeah, I saw you there. We were chatting. Civil Mike, it's ammo. Yeah, hey, you guys too. Ammo Alchemist has his old channel up and going. He's got to start doing sacrifices to.
That's what he's asking, is if you consider him being a mod.
Oh. I'm sure you saw that, Scoot, right? Did you find the exotics? I don't know what you mean by exotics. Allah, 10:30ish. Are you on Central Time or are you on, what time zone are you on, Practical? I'm old, dude. I go to bed early. Especially on Saturday night. It's like, when you get old, that's date night. Oh, damn it. Go use the handy primer and pop that out for me. I just fucked it up. Okay. Central Time. Yeah, so you're on the same time zone. If I'm still up, I'll definitely catch you for a few minutes. Jay Lee, how are you doing? Date night. Dude, it doesn't even take me 3 minutes. I mean, really, I'm only in it just to like act like I was there. I'm Jay Lee, I never asked you, did you tell me who was gonna port your Beretta for you? I know you talked about it, but I don't know that I asked you who was gonna do it. You just watch me or you just watch her? Because that's, I mean, fuck it, right? In it, two in it. Hello, yeah. I'm like a stealthy ninja. I'm in and out before they even go, ooh. I have local machinist at LSOT, $150. What size popple holes are you going with? How many? 3, 4? And what size? You guys too, Ammo's in here. Check his channel out, Practical Civilian. I've been back and forth with him for a while. Not a sponsor too. Let's get him up to his 200 subscribers. He's got a 200 subscriber giveaway that he told me he was already going to give to me if I help him. So, but no, I mean, I'm just lying about him giving it away to somebody. He's giving it to me. Langdon Tactical does phenomenal work with Berettas. I mean, okay. What kind of ammo did you get? Well, I should say welcome. I keep telling you saying welcome to people, but what kind of ammo did you get? Bulk, just civilian or what? You're gonna have to tell me more. Yeah, local. You know, it's kind of cool. A lot of people I'm seeing in my lives are the same people that I'm seeing in other people's lives. That's really cool, man. Showing that support. I haven't seen their PX4. I'm not sure how to say your name, and I don't want to call you Jew Wiggins, but how are you doing? Yeah, fucking ammo, man. You guys. So, yeah, man. It's really cool because some channels are all about trying to build it and some aren't. I think I'm pretty happy. I've connected with some really cool channels. You guys. Holy fuck. Fucking dude's gonna end up. Hey, did you see my post about the ATF? I did a post today about that. That directly correlates to people with auto sears and illegal AR-15s. Feel free to jump on there and leave a comment. It is a retro dissipator. It's a real dissipator though. It's not the fake, carbine length. My mission to get ammo rated. Ammo, do you own a dog? I don't think I've ever asked. Do you own a dog? I just banned triple from the chat last night. People be tripping. I generally only kick people out when they start talking about like things on the table and with schools. That's a guaranteed. I'm booting you.
Yeah, that or they're saying that we're threatening them by having them on the table.
Yeah, that one gets me too. I feel scared because I see that. I'll boot people for that. Otherwise, most of the stuff I'll let people do because it's nothing else. It's funny. Alex, no, we don't sell anything. You got to go to Jay Lee's channel if you want to buy firearms off the internet. He asked me what spread his cause. Who asked you if they'd spread your cause?
I'm pretty sure you're talking about Triple K.
I don't know who that Triple K is, but every once in a while he'll show up. I've seen him in a few other things. I think it's just some dude trolling. I've never taken anything he said serious, and most of the time it's just funny. Yeah, I wouldn't even take that guy serious. It's decent. You know, it's a little weird. Like at distance, you know, it's definitely not a bullseye optic, but you can shoot with it. It's definitely easy to keep things in A zone at 200-300 yards. You know, it's got that built-in bullet drop. That's Leupold's clone of. They were in your channel asking that, or they were in mine? Because I know they were in mine last night. EPS in my 8-inch. I know you're lying. I know you ain't got no 8-inch. 1022. What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure he did actually say that.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a Vortex. I played with that before I wanted to spend any money. I wasn't convinced that that was the way to go, but I do actually kind of like the magnifiers. They've grown on me a little bit. All right, Orange Smoke. 120. I mean, how are you measuring that 8 inches?
From underneath?
Yeah. Modern A1 or upgrade A2. Probably I'm left-handed, so I need a shell deflector. I either need a left-handed AR or I need a shell deflector. So for me, I would have to do an A2. Fucking you too, dude. Oh, no love there at all. Hey, Jay Lee says he's working with 8 inches ammo. I think he's lying. I think we all know he's got a little subcompact going on. That's why he's compensating the Beretta, right? He's got to compensate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wrong-handed. Morally bankrupt. It is a 50 on the floor. It's a Barrett M82. It's funny because when I don't put it on the table, everybody asks about that. Or the other gun they'll always ask about is a Thompson or a Desert Eagle. And then I put that stuff up on the table, and then everybody asks about AKs or AR-15s. Yeah. If I put a bunch of CZs on the table, they'll ask about revolvers. If I put revolvers on the table, they'll ask about Glocks. Upper took to gunsmith. I don't know what problem you would have. I do have a Thompson. I'll put it out next time. Yeah. All right. Well, Mr. Banana, I'm going to say, see you later, sir. You are out of here. See, he just got busted trying to compensate. Nick's Armory, what's going on? How are you doing? That's all right. I'm finishing up my brass here and just gonna kill some YouTube time. All right, Ammo, I'll catch you later. I don't know. What did I miss? I was looking down. It wouldn't cycle, and I didn't know what he did. But now it has fixed stock.
I think it was asking about what happened because it says that messages from that one guy are deleted. I just...
Oh, okay. Dude was on here talking about school supplies, favorite school supplies. Like I said, that's the one thing that I mean, I'll make jokes about everything. We can talk about furries. We can talk about Democrats. We can talk about illegals. We can talk about, you know, SpaceX if you want. But I'm not gonna do that. Right? That's fucked up. Y'all know mags for the Henry 9mm. They have. Be cool if someone made a pistol that used them. I thought the Henrys took lock mags, or do they have their own? I thought they took lock mags, or they were at least interchangeable. I don't like the black ice either. That shit smells funky. I'll get lemon or strawberry. What the fuck? Come on. Look, man, I'm gonna say this, right? Don't you can be in here, but don't tread that line. All right? I mean, I don't want people thinking that it's something other than it is. It's, you know, like Practical Civilian, he was in here. He's actually a cool shit. He's a little goofy with his glasses, but I mean, he's a young guy getting into guns. So I give him that. That's what I thought too. The Henrys had that block you can switch from theirs.
Yeah, people don't realize what happened. So Jay Lee made a comment of how you hate black ice. Triple K came in and said, "Me too, minus the ice."
Is that what you're asking, or the dude I kicked out? Kicked out a dude right away. Jay Lee, what part? How are you doing, J and K? Thanks for hanging out again. You guys know the drill, right? Double tap the screen. Subscribe to Not a Sponsor 2. Let's get him up to his 200 subscribers. Let's get Orange Smoke up to his subscribers. And everybody else. We did a good job with John yesterday. We got him up to his stuff. Open window sniper rifles together, 20-some. I don't know what you mean by open window sniper rifles together. Anything under 30 calibers, BB gun. Okay. You know, them BB guns been dropping people for a long time. What builds with the FDE AR? It's a Daniel Defense. And it's actually not FDE. That's, what do they call that? Mil-spec brown? It looks like a turd brown. Yeah, I honestly, I didn't like it when I saw it. I was trying to buy the optic off of it, and they wouldn't sell me the optic, so I bought the whole rifle. And I admit, it's actually grown on me a little bit. It's different.
Yeah. And Daniel Defense, they call it their Mil-spec Plus.
Or Mil-spec Plus is what they call it. Nice to use live in Beauville. BW, love mine. Some of the Daniel Defense stuff is good. Some of it not so good. Depends on, like during the COVID type stuff. Like not the early part, the later part. They had some issues, and you'll know if you have issues. You put a mag in it. They were broaching the mag wells off center, so you'd get feed problems in magazines. Is that where you're from? Is Idaho? I think we talked about that because I used to joke around. I think I was telling you about Idaho, no Idaho, Idaho, Idaho. And if it wasn't you, that just got really weird. Yeah, Daniel Defense, they were having some quality control issues for a little bit. I'll say mine. I haven't had any issues. We've played with it quite a bit now. It's a good shooter. Haven't had any feed issues. It runs everything we've put in it. Roy, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yo, how are you doing? PSA had issues. I don't know. I've bought exactly one PSA product in my life, and it was honestly probably one too many. I will not be buying anymore. Is V-roll really? Addicted family. I think I've seen you in comments before, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, if you're in America and you're using a full auto firearm for home defense, I would hope that you have a very good lawyer. Even if it's a legal NFA item, there's going to be some serious complications that go with that. A 12 gauge for home defense, you know, everybody, depending on who else is in your house and where like you live, and not America, I can't even tell you then. I mean, in some countries, they're going to use RPGs. No full auto blicks. Yeah, I don't have any either. Will you do me a favor and fill that up again?
Okay.
No, Alex, I'm not selling anything. I'm selling super chats. I'm selling super thanks. If you wanna join all that, that's fine. ATF's more than welcome. I mean, I did a post for them earlier. If you guys are interested, they're giving away free expense paid trips. I'm sure you guys have seen like the channels that do firearm reviews. You send in your pics and stuff. Dude, these guys got it going on. They're trying to work on their community outreach. If you send the ATF pictures of your guns with like the blickies or short barrels with stocks and all that stuff, they're taking a daily, a weekly, and a monthly winning, and they're giving them grand prizes. They're giving paid trips, free college tuition, free health care. They're giving scholarships. You can do. They're giving away scholarships for institutions to be able to get some kind of criminal master's degree or whatever, or some kind of criminal degree. But yeah, I saw that post earlier, and I thought, hey man, that's pretty cool. There's some people. Yeah, absolutely. There's some people that may really, fall right in what you want.
Yeah. The family guy, he was one talking about a few lives back about being able to buy an RPG for a few grand.
Oh, is that? Yeah. Well, see, I kind of remembered that.
Middle East isn't really a thing, it's more like Asia.
Everybody should be free to own full. I agree, everybody. Let me say that though with some caveat. I believe in the Second Amendment, but there is situations and circumstances where some people just shouldn't own firearms. Below average dad, how are you doing? I appreciate that, man. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, not a sponsor, Jay Lee, Orange Smoke, J and K, Awu, there's a whole bunch of people, man. The Heimar is an interesting truck, very interesting truck. What law-abiding citizens? Yeah, there's people that shouldn't own potato guns. Well, the Hoffman Super Safety is not fully legal. You show me a court case where it's been determined that that's legal. Forced reset triggers, bump stocks, them are legal. The Hoffman Super Safety, that operates a lot like a auto sear, and until there's court cases that win that, I can tell you this, I'm not buying it. And usually something that good for that cheap, in my experience, usually ends up being not good. And I don't mean that it doesn't work. I'm just saying that it isn't good. The ATF, I saw this. They did issue letters to all local, state, and federal authorities saying be on the lookout for super safeties, and then the forced reset type devices, not like binary, but the forced reset type devices for AKs. They had a whole big thing out there, and they are saying that they are considering full auto, and that if law enforcement has any interactions with people that have them, that they need to have the firearms confiscated and be arrested and booked under possession of illegal NFA items. So you take your chances with that. I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm not saying don't own it. I'm just saying until I see a court case that says, hey, this is good to go, I'm not risking my freedom on a $100 trigger. I don't know what you mean by your own property. Yeah. You know, when the first reset triggers were out and you could still buy rare breed and WOT, I bought them. That dissipator you see on the left side of the table, I built that gun specifically for an FRT trigger. And what I can tell you is I did have the ATF come to my property. They did tell me they knew that I purchased them, when I purchased them, who I purchased them from. And they did have copies of the emails from me back and forth with WOT. So in my experience, I gave them the triggers. Take them. They were, a few $100s each. To me, a couple $100 trigger isn't worth the legal battle, and it's not worth going to jail or prison waiting to get out. So we all knew they weren't illegal. We knew that the operation of them was definitely not what they were saying it was. But I'm not going to risk my house, my job, my family, my dogs on a trigger. That's, you know what I mean? Maybe you guys have different opinions. Yeah, absolutely. And be next to impossible to get it back. I have letters. No, I haven't gotten anything back. So I've had a bunch of correspondence back and forth. Nope, I have not gotten my shit back yet. So it depends when you're asking about needing a license to drive on a roadway. I mean, yes, but no. When I was a kid, I grew up on a farm, and at like 10 years old, I was driving pickup trucks on the road, taking gravity boxes to the feed mill. So didn't need a license then. Go ahead, tell us, Jaylee. I'm interested. I believe in making a stand, but I'm not going to make a stand over an item that's only a few $100s that they want to use me for an example. But I definitely respect your opinion, and that's why I said it.
Yeah, Godfather, our 50 rounds, and if you look at the back of the screen, towards the top, the rifle we used to shoot him was poking out.
Actually, I'm back to prime and brass. Unless it's like a tractor trailer. I don't know what you mean about tractor trailer. No, it was pickup truck hooked up to dual gravity boxes. We had farm plates on the vehicle. It was absolutely legal for me to be running gravity boxes. Not only did I go to the feed mill and drop off wheat and corn when we were harvesting, but I would go pick up grain. And I would also drive them to, I had a farm job down the road. I would drive it down there because it was technically farm use.
I just realized we haven't seen in a little while. Stifler.
Yeah, I haven't seen Stifler in a little bit either. Yeah, you didn't need a license. Did what law go through Congress? Below average dad, man, I appreciate you. No, I'm priming. I got my Starline brass came in for 9mm major. I don't ever prime on a press. It creates more hassle than it's worth. I find that, especially for new brass, I prefer to hand prime it. I'd show you this. I can't even show it to you. But I hand prime them, and that way the press runs smoother. You don't get primers going upside down or you get locked up in the press. It's easier. I find it's easier. Some people prefer to do it the other way. I don't. I think I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'm really trying to get these hours in, man. Yeah, YouTube's lame as hell.
Ivek is leaving. Ivek is leaving.
Ivek. I'm trying to read everybody's stuff, but I keep looking down. What do I like for cars? Generally domestic rear-wheel drive V8s. I'm not in that whole Hellcat scene or anything, but in my life, I have had, for cool cars, I'm not going to list everything for automobiles, but for cool cars, I've had a 72 Le Mans. I've had a 73 GTO. That was a pro street car I drag raced. I had an 80 Camaro, an 81 Camaro, an 87 Trans Am Firebird. I had the Trans Am series suspension on it. I had a 91 Camaro. I've had a 88 Fox body, the 5.0 5-speed in it. I've had a, what was it, a 94 Mustang GT, a drop top, black on black on black. I think it was kind of the last performance car I have. I'm old school now, man. I just drive a Ford Explorer Sport, so I got twin turbos. The FJ Cruisers are cool. That's Japan's Humvee. I was actually looking at them a while back. When you say stage 3 cam, I know people kind of mean like the stage 3 for bikes, right? It's intake, exhaust, cams, headwork, motor work. But for cars, I think people use that for a generic term. But the question would be, what's the lift? What's the duration? And what's the timing? No, I appreciate your opinion and insight on my channel as well. Just make sure these guys know as a guy who's seen the systems that spy on us. Man, they are 100% spying on everybody. Yeah. I have no, how am I trying to say it? I completely understand that my stuff's being monitored. I'm okay with it. That's why I have no problem showing my firearms. I have no problem. The ATF knows what I have. You know, I've done enough multiple gun purchases and stuff over the years. Plus I had a home FFL business. So I'm not concerned about them knowing what I have. And I would prefer them to actually just be like, yeah, he's still got all them guns. Yeah. You know, some of the stuff I've bought, it's thrown flags and you get knocks. I mean, like when I bought my 50 cal, and I think I bought like 5 or 6 pistols within a 2-week period. And I absolutely triggered their multi-gun forums. And yeah, I had a question, you know. To me, it's not a big deal. Hey, I bought this shit. Why'd you buy so much? Well, this is what I'm using it for. Now, most people would be like, well, it's none of their business. You know what, man? Yes, it's an infringement, but I'm not, that's not where I'm going to argue either.
Yeah, we're definitely being monitored.
You know?
I mean, I was talking about stuff for driver's ed, and I opened up my phone later onto YouTube, and the first video was dealing with driving.
You know what's funny is like when Snowden came out with all his stuff, you know, people were so shocked and like, how is this going on? Well, it's been going on since day one, you know. That's why cell phones are so accessible. You know, they're not accessible because companies are making that much money on them. They're accessible because they're being used. You know, I don't know what the statistics are, but I know there's a large amount of cellular devices in the United States that have radiation detectors built into them, and it's being used just in case there's something nuclear or whatever. You can look that stuff up. Yeah. You know, I'll tear tags off of mattresses. I'll speed or jaywalk, but anything that's going to get me in trouble, I would prefer not to. I don't want to deal with the legal costs. I don't want to deal with, I mean, I'm not a 20-year-old guy. I have kids. You know, my oldest is 24. My daughter's 11. My middle son's 15. I own my house. I own our vehicles. I own, you know, all my stuff. I don't want to risk that. I don't want to risk my job I've been at for over 20 years, you know. Some people, they're in a different position. And if you're in that position, you're willing to gamble and risk it, hey, man, that's cool. You know, I'm not. Well, I mean, Pornhub for us is back back up and running, so I don't really have to imagine it, right?
Yeah.
Especially after last night, we looked up some pretty messed up stuff last night.
50. So that'd be 120. Actually, I can search it. Or not search, but so 50 times 2.
What are you trying to figure out?
So
I do. I have my M1A. I have my L1A1. I have my AR-10.
what was the else count?
I think that's it. That's all we have for semi-auto 308s, right?
Huh?
M1A, L1A, and AR-10.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I gotta ask my kid sometimes. He knows better what I have than I do.
Yeah, as a Dick Fan guy, he was making imagine a 50 kilogram person ramming to a 100 kilogram person. That's 110 pounds into 220.
This 243 heads remanufactured, milled, 560 beehive valve springs, Mellon high volume pump. Has Corvette servo separator plate, alto wideband. Well, without looking up all your stuff APM, I mean, it sounds like it would be well motivated. Yeah, NFA stuff's all right. I don't show anything on the channel. How do you like that Zastava 308? I've never messed with any of the Galil 308s. I did have a 5.56 one. The AR-10 I bought for my sister, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago. They needed money for their taxes, and her husband had bought it a few years before that and never fired it or anything, so I was in a position to help him out, so I bought it. Yeah, I don't show any NFA stuff. I had another channel a while back and we showed some stuff on it, and I lost that channel. They took it down, so this channel is actually rebuilding to where that was. I think you were telling me about that. I rechambered it. Is it? Well, yeah, they are noisy 308. AKs have noisy actions for sure. They're chunky, clunk, 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 clunk. I like my Z-Pap. I had that 85 also, and I like the gun. I need to get the paperwork finished for it. Jesus Christ, how are you doing? Hey, if you guys haven't, double tap that screen. Consider subscribing to my channel. Consider subscribing to Not a Sponsor too. His channel is pinned in the comments. Ammo Alchemist was in here a little while ago. Consider subscribing to his. Jay Lee's. You know, a lot of J and K. Thank you for popping up there, because I was trying to remember your channel. These guys are all really cool, man. They got cool stuff. They got cool things going on. I know when you do a live, there's a way to have a banner that scrolls across the bottom of the screen or top of the screen. If I could figure that out, I would start putting people's channels on it. I have the, what is it, 1927 Deluxe A1. So it's like the Tommy gun version. It's got the forward grip on it, the vented barrel. That one accepts the drum magazines, and it's got the cuts compensator on it. I don't know how to do it either. I've seen it like on one of Pistol Pete's lives. I think he does it on all of them now, but I know maybe I should just ask him how to do it. DJ, how are you doing? Yeah, the banner. What I can show you is pretty much what you're seeing. I'm not allowed to handle any firearms on lives. But feel free to double tap that screen for me. Put a like up on this. So I see Motor Mayhem. I see that dirt bike in there. You clearly a dirt rider. Which AR is great? That's kind of a blank question there. Like manufacturer, setup. Alrighty, woo. I'll see you another time too.
See ya. Nice talking to you again.
Orange smoke. Right on, man. I appreciate it. You guys are incredible.
Really, yeah.
That's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. I've seen this one before. I dare you. Ugh. Go ahead. Go ahead and end it. Just so you know, nobody falls for the little YouTube thing. We, if they were going to end it, they would just end it. But, haha, oh, you almost got me. Ooh. Now stop playing with your sister and go do something productive. Smoke good. Right on. No, it's not a real thing. What the fuck? Is that the same?
No.
Is that the same fucking... Oh, dude. We got two of them. We got two of them. You guys are classy. Class act. Hey, thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
We already had trolls, though. You are more knowledgeable than that guy. Who's more knowledgeable than that guy? I'd like to purchase you for a... What? I don't know what you're trying to say, Dave Miller. I don't know. I'm poor. I eat ramen noodles and popcorn. Only one stipulation: Gage has to make dump fast as he can. With what gun? Don't say the 50 because that's brutal.
Yeah.
And the Desert Eagle, he tries, but you pick the gun and I'll definitely have him do a make dump for you.
You know, I can barely fit my hands around it. Actually.
Oh, dude, I'm poor. I promise you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. The checkmate? Absolutely. We're cranking out ammo. We'll have him do it with the big stick. And honestly, we'll not only have him, well, I was gonna say we'll have him do both of them, but he's got to hold on. We'll get him doing some make dumps for sure. Like I was saying, make dumps are always a lot of fun, man. Always, you know. And when I take my kids shooting, I make them engage. Stop me if I'm wrong, but we practice safety first, always foremost safety, and then we practice the discipline, right? Being accurate, trigger control, stance, and you know, it's hard to look at kids, especially on video, and be like, oh, you're not correcting them. I promise you, we're correcting them. But you got to keep being told and corrected. And if you correct a kid too much, I mean, if I really stand on my daughter, hey, you're not standing right, you're not gripping the gun right, then it's not going to be fun, and she's going to shut right down and not want to do it. So I work on them, then I let them have fun. We, just about always end the range session with some mag dumps, and generally by the time the guns are cooled off, everything else is picked up, packed up, and ready to go. So it's fun. It's a good way to go. But I always let you do make dumps.
Yeah.
My daughter, though, man, she gets such an evil look in her eye. Can I do a make dump now? No, not yet. Dad, is it time for make dumps? Are we almost done? And man, she gets just this like goofy look in her face. But she likes it, and if she's having fun, it's great. And part of the training too, or learning how to use a firearm, and I'm gonna say this, is you do have to learn how to run a trigger fast. And the only way to learn how to run a trigger fast is by running the trigger fast, right? You gotta do that. What kind of gun was your first gun? Or that you were shooting? I started at 10 with a 36 gauge. I'm not sure what a 36 gauge is. Sticks, how are you doing? Good to see you. Airsoft collection is nice. Hey man, I appreciate it, Kier. Someday with your guys' moral and oral support, I'm gonna be able to afford a real gun. Is it like a rifle caliber, or is it fucking Jay Lee? Oh, got booted, huh? FNFL, put one together 25 years ago, was able to do it under $700, was a stamp forged receiver. I have a L1A1. It was an actual import L1A1 BSA receiver. And it's got an L1A2, the British optic on it. Was that a permanent thing?
Yeah.
And remove it. Actually, no, just let it. So I will say, Scoot, or anybody else that's a moderator, if you guys end up bumping somebody or kicking them out, let me know, would you? I'm cool with it. I want to know that you do it. First purchase was a Taurus TH9C. A 10-minute time. Who? Who's on a 10-minute timeout? He came back on.
Oh, the Dave Miller from earlier.
Oh, Dave Miller?
As well, because he was saying...
Melka's Vietnam brought back 2 spoils of war, FA Russian AK and AK shot.
Yeah, he was...
Oh, yeah, absolutely, cool.
Yeah, he was saying, excuse me, young sir, Dave Miller would like to purchase you for a very hefty sum of $0. But if you have kids, I'll give extra 10 cents for them.
That Dave Miller, he was... I didn't even realize he booted him.
No cap, since you're a color I don't like, is what...
But what... He was commenting this stuff earlier, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Being respectful, and all of a sudden he's went off on some weird shit.
Yeah.
Dave Miller, if you're still watching, you should be ashamed of yourself, sir. Yeah, a lot of them guys in Vietnam, they got to bring stuff back. You know, they were allowed. And like even some of the full auto stuff, they just had to file paperwork. But go sit in the corner with a stick of butter. put the lid back on the butter, son. It's funny, when I went upstairs after that live, he was on the phone talking to his mom. And I'm like, hey, Che, just so you know, I happen to tell people about your butter incident. He's like, you what? I'm like, your butter story. I erased that one comment from that first YouTube. Okay. You know, not today, but I told him about that. He's like, oh, that's fine. My dad bought stuff back from the Second World War. They do. Let's pour lead down the barrel. I don't think they had to demill stuff, but I don't know. Do you know Sega? Sega Firearms? I'm familiar with Segas. Sega cartridge? No, I'm not familiar with that. Put the lid on this, would you?
All right.
And you can give me that other one. Spelled, yeah, here it's Sega. Sega is actually, it's Russian, right? So they're made in the Ismish plant. I know I'm stutter, something like that. But it's
Ismish, maybe.
You can pour that up. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the J. Lee. Is it Russian? I guess I don't know. I always thought Sega was the thing we played video games on. Big B, what's going on? How are you doing?
I put the last 200 in at once. Or just 100.
How many we got out of there?
That's 1 and 1.
So there's 200 left?
Yeah, total.
Yeah.
Okay, just do both.
No, just do the one. It
Okay.
feeds better. My friend has a 308 AK. Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that came in. I have a Sega 12. Ismish. Yeah. I mean, that's the real deal. They're authentic. The stuff all came in. Holy fuck, Jaylee. They love dogs, though. They love them. Crunch, how are you doing? All right, what's going on? For my major, I run RMR. They're affordable. They're $100 for 1,000, for 115 grain. For my kids, I use berries, and it's because they're plated. They're fully encapsulated. That way, they're not getting any of that lead exposure. The RMR are an exposed lead base. So the RMR are actually a full metal jacket bullet, where the berries are plated. But I just ordered them. They'll be here in the next day or two. 5,000 of the Berry 124 hollow base bullets. So they're longer than like the regular round nose. So they'll get a little better accuracy out of them. But the Berry's bullets, they've went up. They're expensive. It's a Spanish company. When I had Zastava, Sabo ammo, 30-6. I was looking at them Zastavas. What are they, like trying to think what the nickname for them is, Dark Angel or Black Angel or something. But I was looking at them, and the only reason I didn't buy it was being left-handed. That cheek comb for the stock, it wasn't reversible. So as cool as that rifle looked, and I'm betting, yeah, it's a bolt gun. I'm betting it was accurate as hell. I can't remember the nickname for it. If it was Black Death or Black Angel or something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. So when I was looking for a 50, you know, everything I looked at, it was either the bolt open back up into where the stock would be, so you had that open area, or they were strictly right-handed guns. So I tried getting a hold of Serbu. I wanted to buy one of theirs, because he has the option. When they produce their barrels, you have the option of getting the machine gun throat, so it's a looser tolerance barrel, or you can do a match barrel, but then you can't run the bulk stuff in. So incidentally, since we're talking about the 50s, I got a 50 BMG press coming. So Addicted Family Guy, I'm sure you saw APM's comment there. So this summer, at some point, I got to get that. I'll get that press up and going. I'll have to build a new bench for it. Then we'll start cranking some stuff out for the 50 too. I don't have a ton of brass for it yet. We only got a couple hundred pieces, but it's definitely enough to get going. I'll let you guys have that conversation. Looks like you got it under control, so I'm not gonna chime in because I really don't know what it is. I'm assuming that's German. I'm sorry, I don't speak German. I know a couple words in Chinese. There's only, if you want to know anything about Chinese, there's only there's only a few words. there's only a few words you need to know in Chinese. The first one's ni hao, that's hello. The second ones you got to know is Joshua Mama, and then Gigi. Joshua Mama is choke me Mama, and then you gotta make sure you say thank you. That's Gigi. Hey, don't judge. Yeah, I got quiet now, didn't it? Sorry. Too weird?
Yeah, it's German.
Yukon. Lo mein, wontons, all guy needs. Yeah. Got the tub of butter. Oh, come on, guys. Don't scar them. Don't scar them with the butter. What was last one in Chinese? Gigi? That's thank you. So you gotta make sure you say hi. And you gotta tell them to choke you. And thank you. Don't ask me how I know that or why I know that, because it might still be a little early for them conversations. Not a tub of pickled ribbon bologna. Holy cow. If all pistols costed over 3K, what would you get? Depends what I was going to do with it. I mean, my checkmates were damn near that. in all honesty, right? If I could only own one handgun, that's all I could own. For whatever reason, I could have any handgun in the world, but I could only own one. Now, you guys may or may not agree with this. From my experience, what I would pick, I'd probably just pick a Glock 17. Maybe the Glock 47, I'd have to shoot it. I saw you, Effie. I didn't ignore you. I'll go
You
back.
said FB, I love you earlier.
I saw it. I didn't know.
You said it a few times, actually.
I wasn't sure how to respond. But I did see you. I mean, love's a strong word. If you want to give me your credit card number, I may love you back.
Maybe or my social security number.
Or my social security number. But no, man, I did say, Crunch, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your support. I mean, I probably can't really say that enough. I really do enjoy it. And the only reason I'm doing a live right now, I could be sitting here bored doing this, and I'm like, if I'm gonna sit here and be bored, I might as well go on and do a live, work on them hours, and get to hang out with some of you guys. I mean, I do enjoy it. It's entertaining. Pay the Snuck, how are you doing? Saw you earlier. Again, I'm gonna tell you the same thing, man. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting the channel. Double tap the like screen. There's a bunch of guys in here that all have channels. Jay Lee, not a sponsor. Orange Smoke 2, Ammo Alchemist, Patriot Arms. He hasn't been here yet tonight, but he is. So all you guys, I mean, if you want to engage with some really cool people, you know, and they're not the guys out there yet getting paid and getting sent all these guns. They're working guys that are just sharing their hobby. Malaysia'd probably be cool. I don't know really much about Singapore or Hong Kong, but
know a little about Thailand.
I'm not going to Thailand. That's a lot of false advertising there for me. That would be not place for me. Mountains of Malaysia and hunted sheep. Malaysia's a pretty country. I mean,
what I know, yeah.
I want to go to China. And all bullshit aside, I do want to go to China. That's a very interesting country to me. Malaysia, I've looked at that too. I think that would be cool someday. I think New Zealand would be really cool too.
Maybe like Japan too.
So, can I have one? Are you Canadian, Cam? Because that's the way a Canadian's going to talk. And sir, clearly you Canadians can't be trusted with firearms. New sub, just wondering what stand the bronze one is on. It's sitting on a 50 BMG round.
Oh, what brand?
Oh, what brand?
One of his.
It's a Daniel Defense. Malaysia is nice. Been to New Zealand. Which one did you like more, Malaysia or New Zealand? You live in Georgia? I'm not. I mean, if you want every one of them, I'll give it to you, right? I'm a nice guy like that. I haven't been west of Mississippi River. I knew explore more country. I've been over a big part of the country. So I get a week off every year, the week of 4th of July. And historically, I go on a motorcycle trip that week. I've been west, east, north, south, here and there. And I have a week, so I kind of have an end destination. And however long it takes me to get there, I get there, but I got to be home by a certain day. But I've done that for years and years. Just get on my bike and ride. AR-15. I'm not sure how to say your name. Let's call you I. How are you doing, I?
I'm not sure if Cam means the state of Georgia or the country Georgia.
You do mean the state of Georgia, right? Yeah, he's talking because he's talking about jambalaya. Absolutely.
That's someone else though.
Oh,
Because the guy talking about Georgia was Cam Hart.
Cam Hart. I assume you're talking about the state, Georgia. I assume you didn't enjoy it from your emojis there, Jaylee. And double tap them screens for me. I got a whole kitchen drawer full. You mean like knives? Georgian, how are you doing? It's good to see you. We started out the conversation talking about furries. No, I'm just priming brass. I got brand new Starline brass for my race guns. I always prime it off the press because it goes a little smoother. So I sit and kill time and auto prime a bunch. I got a Lee auto primer, so you dump in a couple hundred primers at a time, and then just sit here and crank them out. I said that best shotgun control. And two we had. Really? I'm gonna. Oh, he's here. I might have to because. Oh boy. We won't get into FA. It means let's just say, yeah. The X300 and TLR. I don't have any of the Surefires. So the rifle lights I do. I have their M95 Surefires, but my pistol light is a Stream light. It's a old M6 light I bought years ago. I don't generally keep pistol lights on pistols. Only time I've used them is when we've shot night matches. So that's why I only own the one. No, I've never even went skiing, man. I'm not one for being cold.
Wouldn't be surprised if we could do that here too, seeing as how the weather's a little bipolar here. You know, yesterday it was 50s.
Just want it for looks,
20s.
to be honest. Yeah. Well, I think though that they probably have the most holster compatibility out there. There's a lot of people that make holsters for them. Oh, Jaylee. You should be able to guess where I'm from with that. Honestly, man, it could be anywhere.
Well, I think he's told us a few times.
I know he's. It was. I don't want to say it was Pakistan. It was India.
I don't think so.
For Lebanese.
Let's take it for Lebanon.
I wouldn't think it's Israeli or Israel. Syria? Maybe it's Syria. Was it Syria?
That's what I'm checking now.
I suppressed my bread and did not like it at all. Why? Too much, probably too much gas. I don't think Berettas make great hosts. Filipino girls are nicer. Jay Lee was telling us that he likes the Thai girls. Too much crap comes back in your face. Yeah. Lebanon. Thai boys. Well, I mean, I'm not sure how to say your name.
call him TTW, I'm sure.
You got to see it though. The Thai girls. I mean, I've seen videos and you guys ever seen them? This is kind of weird. Have you ever seen them temporary tattoo videos that you'll see on YouTube every once in a while? We were scrolling one night. My son and I were sitting here talking, and we saw. I thought it was a chick putting on a temporary tattoo. I'm like, "Ooh, what's this? What's this?" And my son's like, "I don't know. Keep watching." And so we're watching it, and I'm like, "Something's wrong here. Like, wait, something's not right. Look at them knuckles." And he's looking. I'm like, "Dude, it was yeah, not cool, not cool at all." So I will not ever watch one of them again. But the knuckles gave it away.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, it's simple things like that that ruin it for everybody. I think I'd rather see somebody. No, I don't think I've ever seen a femboy fishing. That's a channel. All right.
I gotta search that now.
Now we're gonna look. Put the butter away. Pull up the channel. What you got for us tonight? I am just priming brass. Nothing crazy. Cedars in Lebanon.
Actually,
no, Lebanon. Love Troy Industry handguard. Yeah, I like that handguard too. I have one on one of my rifles as well. I got them when they first came out. Right on. I think I'm questioning right now if that's actually ammo. Yeah, see? Fuck. Everything on the table is all 5.56 or 223. I mean, you need to get an A1 OG carrying out. So I have a Colt in the safe. It's a carbine though. It's a 9mm carbine, but it's an early A1 Colt. When I built the dissipator, the one on the far left, I was trying to get an A1 for it, and I wasn't able to get a hold of them. There was nobody making them. That was when H&R wasn't in operation. Trying to think of the other company that was out that they were doing stuff for. I do remember FPS Russia. Yeah, that's a trolling.
Yeah.
There's how you doing? Not a sponsor. Yeah, I know. I have looked at them, and I mean, I watch this time of year. I watch what I'm spending for money real carefully because we're going into the shooting season. So we shoot at least 2 to 3 matches a month. So having 3 kids plus myself that shoot, that's a lot of ammunition to go through. It's a lot of match fees. It's a lot of transportation back and forth. So I buy parts. I buy gun stuff at the end of summer until about the last week in November. And I don't buy anything until after after the first of the year, and then I'll go till right about now, and then I'll put all my money into going and shooting versus buying stuff. But
John Doe, yes, that is a bear hiding in the back.
yeah, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, that was a little bit ago. It got pushed away.
Orange smoke, non-offense. I know you were joking, but give me a rundown of me. Oh, I'm not sure what you mean, Scoot. Behind Motel 6 with the Glocks. Well, that's all right. I mean, I'm not a drinker, but so when I did drink, I wasn't much of a straight tequila person, but I used to like what was called a Puerto Rican hooker. And so 1 shot of tequila or Cuervo, and then it would be a shot of pickle juice. And man, I didn't mind them at all. Now he's behind Red Roof Inn. All right. There you go.
Matthew asks, so what's optic on the 10 AR, and is that a CQT? So on the...
Who asked that?
Is Matthew Nagoin?
How long ago was that? Is he still here?
I don't know, it was just a little bit ago.
I missed it.
Yeah.
Stuff's growing fast, so when I drank it was beer and lots of it. That's all right. Reach around the Taco Bell bathroom. It's poison. I don't know. Jay Lee is a cool person. Oh man, good stuff.
Yeah.
Drink beers and wine. Yeah, now we know that ain't ammo. Yeah, it's busy tonight, man. It's good time, and I'm glad I jumped on here.
It's a good problem to have.
You're not missing anything with not drinking alcohol. Jay Lee has mastered switching profile. Yeah, he sure has.
Yeah.
D-Dog, how are you doing? It did come out tonight. I'm glad you're here. How'd them steaks go? They're priming my Starline brass.
I can't think of who the other guy had as a moderator. You have me, D-Dog, Scoot, and someone else. I can't think of who it was.
Oh, Brian.
So we have most of the moderators in the chat tonight.
It's all right. They're all welcome.
Yeah. You have swerving on the highway.
I don't know, Jay Lee. I'm I like you being here, but I'm not completely sure I want to give you any control yet.
See you later, Jordan.
Yeah, I saw that on your video. You were talking about that when you just got done robbing that Chinese joint.
And Jordan's heading out.
All right, Georgian. I'll catch you later, man. I'm glad you showed up again. Oh man, I'm trying to read these and they're scrolling too fast. I just want the wrench. I'll be honest. Usually I don't leave people just a general mod. I'll put them in it for the short or the live. It's like a big thing. I mean, a lot of people just give them out, and it's not a big deal. But I'm giving you guys control of my channel. You know, I don't see who you're kicking off or what's going on, and I'm half paying attention. It's even worse. You know, give you a mod with parole. I'll give you a mod with parole, but if you guys boot anybody off, or you decide to knock them out, let me know. Right? Don't just do it. But Jay Lee, I'll do it. But you are provisional.
I'm not a sponsor.
Yeah.
Right now, I can see if anyone does that.
Oh, I'm trying to find you, Jay Lee.
Yeah, the very bottom now.
So, Jay Lee, you accept them terms, sir? Yeah. How are you doing, Nikita? All right, man. Like I said earlier, I'm cool. I'm cool with you. You're gonna get gamer kids, right? We know that. If they're respectful, let them talk. It's just helping my hours. If people are straight up disrespectful or they're spamming, man, absolutely, they're gone. I might as well
Make orange smoke too.
Yeah, Orange Smoke's earned it.
Two figures are too buttery to hit the screen.
There you go. There, now you guys can kind of just police one out. So I shouldn't even ask this. I don't know. He was here a little bit ago. I'll ask him if he ever shows back up. We can ask him. Maybe he's still here. He is still here. So, Triple K, who are you? I mean, you're clearly somebody trolling. So what I carry for carry ammo, this is me being old. I carry the same thing I have for years. I'm not big on change. I carry a 124 grain Hydroshock, Federal Hydroshock. I'm a Lowe's worker. And
Yeah.
You wearing high heels?
Mm.
Nice. I've tried other ammo, and I don't know. It's one of them things where I've shot that ammunition for so long. I just know how it shoots. I know how it feels. I know where the point of aim is. No, Georgian didn't get me at HST. Bedside 147, HST suppressed. Oh, thanks, man. Take the night in with pride. Right on. Well, be careful what you're saying with pride, because that triple K guys here might completely misunderstand that. The Remington Golden Sabers are good ammunition too. In my car gun, my glove box gun, that's what's in there is 150. Was it 158s Golden Sabers plus P? But that's not really my carry ammo. I have some Black Talons. I have some of them yet too. There's nothing fancy about them. It was just a coat and it was a gimmick. Yeah, you see that pace sucker? Were you here last night when he was in here? Him and Georgian were going back and forth, back and forth. I think that Georgian threatened to put him in high heels. Golden Saber gets, yeah. Like I said, that's what's in my car gun. Thigh highs. Okay, I stand corrected.
Oh, you said and thigh highs.
Oh, and thigh highs.
Alright, did you see his profile pic?
I'm sure they saw it.
I'm sure, but some
50 rounds. Yeah, they're nothing fancy, man. That was all marketing. All it is, it's a Winchester Ranger bullet. When they started having problems, they took the coating off, and the coating didn't do anything. It was just a coating. But they took the coating off, then marketed them as Winchester Rangers law enforcement ammunition. Green screen? Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that, though, it didn't match the profile pic, which is probably a good thing. Lubelex. I know. They were trying to say they were like cop killer bullets. They would penetrate body armor and shit. They didn't do any of that. All it was is a coating. Kind of hard to make a hollow point ammunition or hollow point projectile do serious penetration. No, all God penetration, I know. What's your flattest handgun? What do you mean by flashiest? Oh, probably that Gerson MC Deluxe. It looks like it's gold plated and it's engraved. Yeah, but the 27 grain isn't expanding ammo. It's full metal jacket with the penetrator.
But it doesn't expand.
Yeah.
That's the issue, is that if it expands, it doesn't really penetrate.
I remember that stupid stuff, hollow points, cop killers, just trying. Yeah, that's all they were trying to. And think about where they were really pushing it. It was all stuff like in California and stuff where it started. I have a Desert Eagle. I wouldn't say it's really flashy. It's not like a gold-plated one or anything. It's actually an old school one. It was made in Israel. Well, then the doesn't penetrate armor. And maybe I'm wrong. John Doe, are you from Illinois? I think I know who you are. If I'm wrong, correct me. But NFA, Fuba, how are you doing? I was actually talking about you earlier. How are you doing? I'm glad you're here. You know you got nominated for the Golden Grill Awards, right? I think you got nominated for the Golden Grill Award, and what was the other one? Why did you unsubscribe? NFA Fuba's the shit. My wife is calling me. I need to go. All right, man.
I know who Triple K belongs to then.
Who?
Oh, if you read Jay Lee's comment.
I found out NFA Fuba was. No, I'm not gonna desk pop a Desert Eagle. I appreciate you, Scoot. We'll catch you another time. I like Fuba stuff. I like Fuba. That's all I'm gonna say. He's got cool stuff. He tries to be original. You know, his sound clips are. I mean, when you go into sound clips and like well-known sound clips, but you know, he's got some of the top ones out there. You know, I actually really enjoy Fuba stuff. I've said that like 6 times now. So Fuba, I hope you hear me. This little truck too is pretty badass. Fuba, what are you doing tonight? Right, I appreciate it. Yeah, no worries, man. You be good. What do you mean make it 500 subscribers or 100 likes for Desert Eagle? I mean, I'm not. You didn't answer my question, John Doe. You from Illinois? Tonight I'm just window shopping for truck stuff. All right. I mean, you say window shopping. I'm not picturing you out actually looking windows. Yeah, online shopping. Maybe that's what they call it. Online shop, window shopping.
Maybe.
I could see that being slang.
Yeah. I don't know.
Gatekeep it.
He's not going to tell you.
No, it's all right. If you're not, I had a guy that used to come on my channel a lot, and his handle was John Doe. But he would have already answered. So no crank in a parking lot. That sucks. What kind of work truck? So the JP silent cap buffer system. So in order to run that in a 9mm, you have to take out the bolt weight, the carrier weight. I have one of them in one of my AR9s, and it actually causes a lot of bolt bounce. And I've gotten out of battery detonations from that. So just be careful. I'm a bit west, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I thought you were the guy I knew, but he used to be a very big supporter. And then one time he came on here, he said, I'm gonna be off the radar for a while. I wish you the best. I'm gonna be watching from afar, but I won't be commenting. And then I haven't heard from him since. Finally going out after 30 years. Did you get down there and beat it with a hammer? Who would win? Pistol duel, Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris? Chuck Norris all day long. Pistol duel? Yeah. Without a doubt. But Bruce Lee would probably catch a fly out of midair and sling that your way.
Yeah. Bruce Lee's more likely to catch the bullet and throw it back at you.
Did a switch on the horn relay or something. Yeah, I think Norris would win a gunfight against Bruce Lee. Real question would be who would win, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, or Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I've never heard of that guy.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, I've never heard of
Oh,
him.
son, you are so deprived. I'm sorry. I swapped it with the heater relay. There you go. Top me off. Down to the last 100 cartridges. I got a prime now. If you own a Chevy and are looking for a camshaft upgrade, get the BTR Chuck Norris cam. $14, so.
Well, we'll have one extra because of the one that was screwed up.
I thought you used the D-primer, handy primer.
Yeah, but the case with...
Oh, that's fine.
same as
That's
switching.
fine. Wife was with me, so it's kind of shitty. So here's a good one. And I had that Pro Street 73 Le Mans, right? And my son, my oldest, he was like 8, maybe 10 years old. And I used to drive it. It was a Pro Street car, so I'd drive it on the street. But I picked him up, and I was going to Fleet Farm to get some ammunition. And he was with me, and when I pulled in the parking lot, he looks over, he's like, Dad, burn him. So I did a burnout. It was like, I don't know, 400 and some feet long. And some dude in the parking lot fucking lost their shit. And I'm like, whatever. They were hollering at me. I parked the car. I went in, and I'm hearing them. They're still screaming, we're going to call the cops. We're going to call the cops. We're going to call the cops. And I'm walking in there. My son then, like I said, 8, 9 years old. He's like, Dad, I think they're going to call the cops. I'm like, well, fuck them. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should just leave, right? I went out there, turned the ignition switch on, went to hit the button, and I get click, 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 click. Fuck me. And I tried it a couple more times. And I'm like, damn it. And sure shit, a cop pulled in, man. They called the cops on me, and he made a whole big deal out of it. And he went over there, and that's how I know how long it was. Is he got the little roller out to measure how long the black marks were, and he was not cool. And he kept threatening, I'm going to take you to jail. I'm like, man, you can't take me to jail. It's on private property. And he said, well, we had a complaint, disorderly conduct, all this crap. And what it all came out to is he was threatening to take me to jail. I called my wife because he's threatening to take me to jail, had her come pick up my son. And at the end of this, I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to jail. He's like, just apologize to the people. I'm like, why would I apologize to him? I didn't do nothing. You know, long story longer, I ended up apologizing to him. And then we got underneath the car and beat on the starter, took it home and changed out the starter. But yeah, stupid things. Don't do that with your kid in the car. My defense, he's like, Dad, burn him. So I lit him up.
Yeah.
I'm between a Glock, CZ P10F. The P10F is a good gun. There's nothing wrong with a Gen 3 Glock. I think I prefer CZs a little more than Glocks, but a Glock's it's a good firearm.
They probably about 20 minutes.
9:30.
Yeah.
And we'll do like a 15 and 10.
Yeah.
Well, he thought the whole thing was stupid too, but he was just bad influence on me, man. He was always telling me just light him up because he liked it. He's a little kid, man, in my car, and car would get a little greasy and throw a ton of smoke, and I guess to a kid that was cool. It was cool to me too. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't take much to make me make poor choices.
I'll be back there in just a minute.
I think the Glock or the CZ would be way better than a Beretta. Rear end, right drunk driver. There you go. That would have been kind of cool. Yeah, I'd probably drift real good. So, let me tell you what I do when I get brand new guns. When I get a brand new gun, especially pistols, I'll sit when I watch TV and I'll just play with it. I'll turn that safety on and off, on and off, on and off 1,000 times. I'll cycle that gun at least 1,000 times before I even go put a round through it. So if your safety is a little sticky, what I suggest you do is obviously make sure it's clear, kept pointed in a safe direction, and just work it. Work it a million times. You can do it on the range, and it'll take you 2 years to do it, or you can do it in your house watching TV and have it done in a few days. But mechanical break-in is just mechanical break-in. Just function it, function it, function it. 228 he got when he came home. There you go. That was the old split bumpers then, wasn't it? The 70. I think that's when they went to the split bumper. What was it? The second gen. Yeah, keep doing it, man. It'll get better. I do that with every handgun I have because they're stiff, and you know, you either, like I said, you either do it on the range when you're shooting them, or it's a mechanical break-in. You can sit in your house or your living room or your probably not your car, but just function, function, function. With something like that too, after you do it a bunch, light drop or two of gun oil in there, and it'll help. But you have to get the mechanical break-in. You got to wear the finish on the surfaces to get it to work smoothly. And when I do mechanical break-ins on guns, I don't lube them. I run them dry. Like, you know, you wouldn't shoot them that way, but you're wearing it. You want it to wear. You want the parts to start meshing together. Yeah, just keep working it, man. It'll work out. No worries. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and check out the comments. We got a bunch of cool channels in here. It does. So like I said, I run them dry, and I've done that for years on anything. And that's what I always tell people when they're like, oh, a gun needs breaking. No, it doesn't. Just sit home and cycle the gun, cycle the action. You know, if you're hand cycling the gun, cycle it all the way to the rear, let it go forward. Safeties, up and down, up and down, up and down. Trigger pulls, same thing. It's not going to hurt them. You wouldn't do that with a rimfire. You wouldn't do it with a 22 or a 22 Magnum or a 17 HMR. But anything that way. Yeah, I like battle rifles. Yeah, just idiot. Okay. I think though when you start talking about battle rifles, it's anything other than, you know, 7.62 by 39 and 223. I think battle rifle starts at 308. I have no problem with buying used guns. Honestly, when I buy a gun from a store, like when I buy something from Fleet Farm or something, I ask for the display model. Yeah, there you go. I ask for the display model, and they're always like, why? Because it's been cycled 1,000 times. You just saved me effort. It depends what I'm buying. When I buy a used gun, it's usually an impulse buy. I go in a store or something, I see it on their rack, and if it's something that's been on my list or been on my radar and the price is right, I buy it. I have no problem buying a used gun. I was actually thinking about, maybe y'all will be interested, I was actually thinking about doing a video on what to look for on some used handguns. What to check, like on a Beretta, you check, you know, your drop and lock block, and you know, in 1911, you check your slide, how much play is in it, your barrel bush, and you know, all them things. Yeah, so we'll do that. Probably do that when it gets just a little bit warmer, because I can demonstrate with my guns. We can take them to the range, and I can show you kind of what to look at. But don't ever shy away from a used gun. You know, mechanically, even if like you're looking at a used pistol and you look at it and the slide's worn, right? Don't be concerned that a slide is worn if it's, you know, holster wear. If it's abused, you're going to see it, but a slide that's maybe scratched up or something, or it's got a lot of holster wear, that doesn't mean it was fired a lot, and it doesn't mean the gun was abused. It just meant it was carried. You know, check your barrel, check your tolerances, make sure everything's fit, and run it. Oh, absolutely, dude. You don't need a holster. Put it in the prison pocket. I mean, you're gonna have it lubed up with the baby oil, right? So just slide it right in the prison pocket. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little wear. If I mean, if you're the type of person that would bother, I understand. It doesn't bother me. And I'll be honest, a lot of guns, and I'm guilty of this. A lot of guns you look at that are scratched up and stuff, most of them aren't even from being handling or wear. It's from putting them in a safe. You want to see guns get damaged fast, you start putting them in a safe with a lot of other guns, and you get what's called the safe wear. Right? I get that. That makes sense, Jaylee. They are hardy enough to scratch each other for sure. Yeah, they do. And it happens. You know, we put safes in a safe to keep them safe, but a lot of times, you know, taking things in and out.
Or we put guns in a safe.
Yeah, you know what I meant. I've used my Glock 17 and my Glock 26. Not my new one, but I whack shit with it. It was a tool. Let me ask you this though, because I know I didn't, but did you unload it when you were using it for a hammer? Shouldn't admit that, but
Probably not.
I didn't.
I mean, I don't think anyone else on here has ever used a
Yeah, it
Mosin
sucks.
hammer. No, anyone else on here has used a Mosin for a hammer.
The Diddy carry. We should start calling that a Diddy shuffle. That's that bulldog look when you know they got something up their prison pocket. The Diddy shuffle.
Diddy slide.
The dizzy slide. There you go. Oh, it is perfect. Why wouldn't you? And you're hitting it.
Of all things too.
And you're hitting it on the back too, of course, right? You wouldn't want to damage the beautiful slide.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't do that with one of my CZs or something. But I mean, a tool's a tool, right? Yeah. We've all used our knives for things they weren't intended for. How many of us have used our carry knives for screwdrivers? There you go. And you didn't even feel bad about it, Orange Smoke, did you? Yeah, mine get shot. I have very few things that like hurt my feelings when I see any damage on them. My M1A I have, and it's nothing fancy. It's just, to me, it I like it. It means something. I take exceptional care of that. That's in a sock. My Chinese AK, my Protein, that one too. That one's kept in a safe that we don't take in and out of. The Thompson, that's the same thing because of the wood on it. We keep them in a safe where things aren't going in and out. But you know, a lot of the stuff, it doesn't break my heart to see marks in them, especially when so if we're mishandling something, it drops off a bench or it falls in the safe or something, that pisses me off. But when we're out there and we're using the guns and they're getting marks in them, they're getting holster wear, they're getting whatever it is, I feel good about that. It makes me glad to see that wear. That Bushmaster Type 97 pistol I have, it had the same thing in, what was it, 2004? The feed lips were rough. I sent it back into Bushmaster and they fixed it. Now, obviously, Bushmaster today isn't the same Bushmaster then, so I don't know
if they do it now.
I don't know if they do it, but it's easy enough to fix. Either fix it in the receiver or just take it out of the receiver so you can get at that feed lip a little bit. Use a polishing stone, just knock the burr off. Yeah, some people Some people get weird. On a blued gun, you know, the oil from your body, because it's not just oil, it contains salt. It'll rust out a firearm pretty quick, a blued firearm.
Yeah.
So I get weird about that. Not so much even this time of year, but like summer, I lose my shit. You know, a kid grabs a gun and he's touching it on the metal. You know, get your hands off that and wipe it down. But, you know, them summer months for sure, when you're sweating and all that's mixing with your oil, it'll fuck up a finish. Yeah. Big O, how are you doing? How's California?
Yeah, blue, it rusts. Anything else that leaves marks.
And that comes back to, I don't mind seeing like usage wear, right? That's fine. But I don't want to see stupidity where you leaned it up against something and it fell. That's stupid, you know? You're using it and you're running a match and you throw the gun in a barrel and it leaves a scratch. That's cool. That's character.
Yeah. APM, you live by the ocean too? That really make it worse. Because not only is it damp air, it's salty damp air.
So what's going on today, Big O? Great Lakes. What part of the Great Lakes? You don't necessarily have to tell me. I'm in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we're supposed to get one too.
You are? I guess I haven't looked. What's the weather?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a snowstorm tonight too.
For us?
Yeah.
Come on.
According to Mom, anyway.
Pull it up.
I'm just seeing rain at 11 tomorrow.
Like Huron?
Mom's been saying all day that we're going to get a snowstorm.
What's the temperature? It is a Daniel defense. I'm sorry, I think you asked that. Yeah, that's a Daniel defense.
Right now it's 32.
32. What's the high for tomorrow?
High for tomorrow is going to be 39.
It's heat wave. Yeah, I bought that rifle, Big O, because I wanted that Leupold optic that was on it. Unfortunately, we're getting out of winter. Sloppy wet crap. That sucks. I'm ready for winter to be over. Yeah, Racine is, I mean, you know where Racine is. It's south of me. About hour and 45 minutes. We need to go down there. The Racine Police Department has a Thompson on display that John Dillinger stole from them, used in a bank robbery, was recovered, and then returned to the Racine Police Department. It's funny because there's a lot of contention. People say that John Dillinger never used a Thompson, and he absolutely did. He stole it from the Racine Police Department. So if you guys are curious and you want to fact check that, you can actually go to the Racine Police Department in Wisconsin, and they show pictures of the gun. It's on display in their stuff. So at some point here, when we go by Racine, we'll stop in there. You like your Daniel Big O? There's a lot of weird stuff like that in Wisconsin. A lot of the gangsters, you know, from the 20s, 30s and stuff, they would leave Illinois and come up to Wisconsin. There's a bunch of houses throughout the state that Al Capone owned. The John Dillinger shootout was up in northern Wisconsin. I'm trying to think, up by Rhinelander area. And there's some other famous stuff like that. You have a Knights AR? That's kind of badass, I won't lie.
Yeah, I don't know much about the U.S. history. Never even heard of John Dillinger, you said? Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Sorry. You're deprived.
Just like all kinds of other things.
Is your Armalite a 16-inch or is it 20-inch? Carry a Desert Eagle under your armpit. 50 Action Express, I assume, right? Pull that channel up. Yeah.
Which one? NC?
Oh, absolutely does. Also stands for almost right. Oh.
You're talking about
Legos.
or NC?
NC.
NC.
Well, it's not an M16. It's a dissipator. The furniture on it came off of some guns that were demilled in early 2000s. It was part of the Lend-Lease program. It was guns that I think the Philippines had, and they were brought back to the country. They were demilled and destroyed. Their lower receivers were destroyed, and the uppers were taken off. They didn't demill them.
Someone else. I'm very that you're probably thinking of someone else.
Yeah.
No.
But I bought a bunch of them parts kits, and when I still had my shop, I just put them on lowers and I sold them. There you go. But all the furniture, the A1 buttstock and triangle handguards, nobody wanted them. So they all got just A2 buttstocks, and they got the round, just standard GI handguards. So I had a box full of them, and when I put the dissipator together, I needed furniture, so I went down there and I pulled the buttstock out first. I have another one on one of my other rifles, and that one's marked. It's got a rack number on it. It's 409. But I pulled them out, and I wasn't going to put the forearm on it, so I had a round one. I'm like, it kind of fits the vibe, so it's on the gun. But now they get big money for them. I should sell all them furniture sets I have. But when I put them rifles together, nobody wanted them. You know, now people, you know, even like the kits themselves, people would lose their nuts. And I bought them. It was from Sarco International, or Sarco Incorporated. I think it's Sarco International. But they were selling these parts kits. They were $100. It came with everything: the buffer, the bolt, the uppers, the barrels, the stocks. It came with all the fire control parts, which them had to be disposed of. All you had to do is buy the lower and a semi-auto parts kit, and you could assemble the rifle. So it was like, I had less than $200 into them. I bought, I don't know, I bet you probably 25 or 30 of them. But it was cool. I should have bought more. I wish I had, but they came out, and within a couple weeks they were gone. And then later on, they reintroduced them kits, and they were like $500-600 a piece. What made you buy a SIG? You guys ever been on the Sarco site? It's not like it used to be. They used to have all kinds of stuff. They'd get demilled stuff in. They sold a bunch of, like, I guess, original World War II type stuff, and it would be anything. I mean, they sold everything from 50 cal parts to other belt parts, belt fed gun parts to, you know, there was always something different. They used to advertise big time in Shotgun News. You probably all don't know what Shotgun News is. So I'm gonna shut this live off at 9:30. Any of you guys that are in here, consider subscribing. Consider hitting that like button for me. Consider subscribing to some of the channels that have been in here. Not a sponsor. We're trying to get him up to 200 subs. D-Dog Tactical trying to help him get up to 1,000 subs. Orange Smoke, we're trying to get him some more views and subs. Jay Lee and his, I don't know, his split personality channel, his troll channel. Ammo Alchemist, we're trying to get him some subs. All you guys, right? So if I didn't call you out, I know you're here and I appreciate it. And it's easier, but there's so many of you guys that it's hard to remember y'all on a whim like this. I keep saying I'm gonna write them down, and then every time I'm doing a live, I'm fucking Jay Lee. Yeah, you will. It's almost shooting season. It's a whole lot easier to do content in shooting season. It's hard to do anything this time of year. Even if you want to go to the indoor range, for me, it's hard to film at the indoor range we go to. The club indoor range, I don't generally shoot in there very much. The kids shoot there on Sunday and Thursday nights, but anything big, anything faster than 1,000 feet per second, we can't shoot in there. Yeah, sub to Jay Lee. I said that, didn't I? That's why I want to figure out how to do that banner. I know there's a way to do, a scroll and banner. I've seen them in other channels. That would be, if I can figure it out or you guys can figure it out, let me know. That's where I would put your guys' channels. Big O too. I forgot about him. He was in here. Check out Big O's channel. He's an old school dude, man. I like him. It kept removing me for saying that.
Pictures of my feet. Yeah, YouTube might automatically be removing that.
Yeah, they probably. Yeah, if you guys want feet pictures, if you're into feet pictures, Jay Lee is a big.
Yeah, he's willing to sell them if he buys membership.
Yeah. John's Arsenal too. Thank you, brother. John's Arsenal too. He's an old school guy. He's got a living museum worth of firearms. Just incredible stuff. Fucking hell, dude. Oh man.
You got any of them lefties or switches right now?
John's John's Arsenal. He's a cool dude, man. If you want to know about like old firearms, he's he's got some really cool historical pieces, and dude's been doing it longer than any of us. We weren't even born when this guy was collecting firearms. We'll give head for auto steers. I mean, fucking auto steer, right? Got a couple things in common, I like to suck dick. I like it, whatever.
$20.
$20 is $20, Guys gotta get ammo money. But seriously, guys, I'll say this, right? Ammo Alchemist, he's a solid dude. I like him. He's a good dude. What YouTube is doing to him and his channel is absolute bullshit. And I watch his stuff, I watch the videos he puts out, and what he's getting strikes for and what he's being told he's doing is so not what's going on at all, and I don't understand how they keep doing it. I'd take a 2011 over a Glock, but I'd take a CZ over a 2011. Yeah, he's cool shit, man. Like I said, you won't ever hear me say anything bad about him, not to his face or off to the side, because he's solid. He's a cool dude, I've never heard him say a bad thing about anybody. I've never heard him be at all disrespectful in comments and chats and lives to anybody, So why he's being targeted, I honestly don't know. I don't think it's right. You know, and what bothers me more is the fact that, you know, I've talked to him and he's getting discouraged. He's like, man, all I'm trying to do is share my hobby and my interests, and I'm getting shit on for it. I carry a Glock 26, a Gen 5 Glock 26. I've carried a Gen 3 Glock 26 and had that for like 10, 12 years. And I carried a Gen 4 Glock 26, 10, 12 years. And then my Gen 5 now. Fuck. I mean, it's a Bushmaster. It's an old school Bushmaster. I bought that a couple years ago, and it was a new in the box. Came out of a private collection. Guy passed away, and they were getting rid of his estate, and that was one that was sitting in the box. We bought it in the early 2000s, and it never even took it out. I like Bushmaster. I always did. I really used to like Bushmaster, and I didn't have any anymore. And when I saw that available, I bought it. I got a smoking deal on it. And I really enjoy shooting that gun. It's cool. It's cool to go back to the basics sometimes. There's nothing fancy about it, but it's a good shooter. Yeah, $20 is $20, man. Guys gotta buy ammunition. Primers aren't cheap. Don't judge until you want to go to the gun range and you don't have money to go. I mean, you can buy a box of Blazer for 15, and you go buy a box of Thunderbolts for another $3 or $4. So there you go. You know, a quick truck stop blowjob, and you're off and running. And then you have to buy lunch. I mean, you just ate, so it's not like you're gonna be hungry. So that's all ammunition money. It's like 100% profit. I like it when I say stuff like that, and all of a sudden everybody gets quiet. Like, is he serious? Blazer's not $12. Come on. For the little box of 50, it's not for the box of 50 though.
I think they might have been quiet because they're checking time. It's 26.
Oh, we still got a couple minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes.
That or they're typing.
Yeah.
It's synthetic.
I like the 26. I carry it with the a Pierce grip extension, so it gives my pinky a spot to hold on to. But I like the Glock 26. What inspired the dissipator? I had a WOT trigger, and I couldn't get it to run when I contacted WOT, which is also the same emails that the ATF showed up with. They recommended a mid-length or full-length rifle barrel, and that was, I was able to get the barrel cheap, so I bought the dissipator. I thought the dissipator looked cooler than a 20-inch, so I went with that. And plus, I always kind of wanted the dissipator length because it's a rifle length, sight radius, and then it's short. It's a 16-inch barrel. So you have the, 12-inch rifles, or it's longer than that, 14-inch or whatever it is. You got the rifle length sights on a shorter barrel. It's a smooth running gun. You know, it's got the rifle length gas system in it. Yeah, it's the old school vibes, you know. It's amazing you pick up just a plain old Jane A2 AR or A3, and how light they are, you know, maneuverable, and how well they shoot. And first thing you do is you take it home, you pull all that shit off, and you strap another 12 pounds on it, and suddenly it isn't as handy. That's, I think, the advantage people were talking earlier about the A1 uppers. I'd like to build a A1, something my kid and I talk about, do a pencil profile barrel on it, so it'd be a lightweight 20-inch barrel. I probably would get the 1-9 twist, maybe the 1-8, but do that with some light furniture. I mean, it'd be a pretty handy firearm. Right? I have a few AKs. Time we got 28. So 2 minutes, I'm gonna shut this down. If you guys are still here, double tap the screen. Consider subscribing. Consider subscribing to all the channels that are in here. Big O, Jay Lee for feet picks, Ammo Alchemist for auto switches, Orange Smoke for good content. Scrolling through here. Not a sponsor too. Let's get him up to the 200 subscribers. D-Dog Cat Tactical, we're trying to get him to 1,000. He's getting close now. Judd, I would be doing you a disservice here to start trying to answer that. But generally, an AR-15, a full-size rifle, a 20-inch barrel is going to be lighter kicking. If you go with a carbine, go with a mid-length gas system. That's going to be the softest shooting rifle you're going to get. And with that, gentlemen, I'm going to let you go do your Saturday night special. For me, it's going to be day night here in a few minutes. But gentlemen, ladies, things, I will catch you another time. And you guys have a good night and have a good day Sunday. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.